Can you see me, Sheila? Sheila, are we good again?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, me make sure I didn't lose Janet. I've restarted it. This has been happening lately because Zoom is so packed. Janet, go back. Oh, there she is. I got her. Janet, you there? She's there. I can see her. All right. So we're going to come down to our bellies, you guys. So come to your stomachs and grab your box or block or whatever you've got, grab hold of. I love your porch, Sheila. It's so nice. All right, so we've got our blocks somewhere, and you're on your bellies. So let's start to cool it off. I think we built enough heat in the body for golf. So block in front of us, palms holding it, forehead down. Keep the tops of your feet down, keep your knees down, keep your hips down. Keep your forehead down. And then inhale, lift the arms to lift the block up. Good. Exhale, bring it down. And we're going to do that 6 times. Inhale, lift it up. Good. Exhale, bring it down. It just makes me laugh to see those gloves. Total of 6. Keep the forehead down. And lift. Yep. Good. Couple more. So we're learning to keep that upper back, those traps, strong and active so that they don't just go up and down. They also help to control forward and back so that we keep our posture nice and strong. Good. After that, 6th one or so, release. Okay, now we're going to do it with the head lifting up as well. So block between the hands. I want you to really keep that posterior pelvic tilt, or meaning keeping your hip bones down. Do not move through the lower back. Instead, stabilize through the lower back and lift the upper back only. Using those traps you just felt with the forehead down. So just up and down with the arms and the head now. Yeah, so the boobs just, the chest only comes up a little. There you go. Good. And then we're going to just take a simple break from there. Leave the block in the front. Walk the hands, I don't know, about 2 inches closer to the chest. Press into them to lift the upper back up. Arms are straight. Good. And then see if you can widen your shoulders by kind of dragging the mat back slightly. And lift the heart or the collarbones higher. Stay here. Holding. 3. Breathe into the back. 2. And 1. Release. Good. Rest the chin or the forehead, wherever you want, on your hands. And then bend both of the knees and just let the knees or the feet really go left and right. Just neutralize the lower back if you felt anything uncomfortable. Good. Okay, and then go ahead and keep those knees bent, please. Reach your hands behind you, palms face toward each other. And we're just going to lift up the knees and the chest now, but not necessarily bind around the legs. So on your inhale, we lift. And just begin to reach back. Nice. Good. And then lower. So your pelvic stays grounded, so lift again. We're not doing anything through the lower back, it's upper back. Good. Upper back, yep, and lift. And then once you feel you've gotten the right body parts working, then bind around your shins. See if you can, yeah, hold on to those shins now with the hands. And then push the legs away from you. Push the legs into the hands. There, lift up the chest higher, squeeze your shoulder blades together. I can only see Sheila. I can't see Janet, your full head, but I'm sure you're doing terrific. Good. And then release. And just neutralize it all. So depending on where you were breathing, where you were feeling, the pieces that you were working, you start to see that you really can focus your intention somewhere different each time. Okay, go ahead and bring let's start with the right knee out to the side and do a nice groin release after all of that work. I'm gonna go this way so you all can see me. So you're gonna stay down. Your head's going to rest, and just bring the right knee out and in line with the right hip. And just allow it to just soften. So you've got this nice, relaxed external rotation with the right hip. And the left leg is just still. And then there's something really accessible for people, even with knee issues here. But again, be very mindful so that you don't go into pain and only into muscles. So what I'd like you to try to do, so here's a nice external rotation. You're not hurting anything. If you're okay, you can push into the right knee to the floor, really to the inner thigh I want you to think of, and try to lift the right foot up. And now you're feeling your ability to internally rotate your hip, which is the finish of your swing if you're a right-handed golfer, and then lower the foot. Okay, and 2 more. Inner thigh to the floor. Feel that right hip internally rotate and bring it down. Last one. And release it. Good. Go ahead and stretch it out and switch sides. Left knee outside the left hip and just chill out. And you'll notice in this one, just so that you start to get familiar with your posture, because you're going to start to notice these things in your daily movement too. So right now you have your butt is slightly lifted. You can't help it. You have an anterior pelvic tilt more or less, right? You'd really like it to be neutral, but yep. And then go for your internal rotations here. So you press the inner thigh of the left leg down and you lift up the left foot. Feel that internal rotation of your left hip. Yeah. So a lot of people struggle because we sit too much, and when we sit, we're always in external rotation and we lose that strength of internal rotation. So anything you can do to help neutralize one-sided movement and strengthen in both ways so your body is more, I guess, equally strong everywhere, right? Do more of that, that's good. And then go ahead and lengthen the left leg out beside the right. Roll onto your backs, onto your spines. Ah, good. At least Janet's still smiling. Okay, bring your knees to your chest. Good. Yeah, just love yourself. Give yourself to nurture yourself. Give yourself, again, that breath, that welcoming connection, that fetal position of neutral, of softening, and of comfort. Good. Okay, and then extend the left leg straight down to the floor and just rest it. Keep the right knee hugged in. And then we're going to bring the right hand to hold on to the outside of the right foot and draw that right knee towards the right elbow into a half happy baby. Yep. And then try to get the bottom of the foot even with the ceiling, right? So we want that foot kind of being able to mirror the whole bottom of the foot in the ceiling, and then draw that knee in towards the armpit. Yep. And kind of just breathe into the different sensations here, and then play with it. Experiment with your body. Experiment with the control of that mind-body connection over and over again, over and over again. This is 1 hour out of your day, not even, right? That you allow for this time. And then the rest of the day, there's so much disconnect that it's nice to practice what it takes to neutralize. Good. And then please release the right foot, carry the knee into the chest again, and then go ahead and twist it out. Place the right foot on the left quad, if that's comfortable, or foot outside the left leg, and just find yourself in a gentle twist. Right shoulder soft to the ground. Yeah. Left body soft. Full body breath. Full body release. I'm going to stay here for about 6 breaths to take the time to really slow down the nervous system, the movement. Good. And then please release the knee and bring both of your legs towards the chest. Again, coming into that rolled in fetal position. And be free here. Don't feel like you have to stick to exactly what I'm saying. If movement is desired, if the body is craving that, follow your intention, follow your intuition. Do more of that. All right, so the yoga teacher is just here to guide you, but if you know better with your body because you're most familiar with it, then you always do what seems more for you, Of course, with the eyes of someone else being there for you to make sure you're safe. Good, and then go ahead, extend the right leg out, keep the left leg hugged in. And come into, that happy baby. So left hand grabs the outside of the foot. And just draw it in towards the side of the ribs. Get the bottom of the foot towards the ceiling. And just really work on here, the right leg relaxing. Letting it get really heavy to the ground without pushing it though. So there's a really terrific stretch if you like the way this feels or maybe dislike it in a love-hate way, that you can do this on a table or anything really high, and let that, for example, right leg just kind of dangle off the top of the table or ledge. That really brings a really nice stretch for your hips into it. It'd be interesting to teach yoga on a table. That's my next endeavor. You never know. Good. And then when you're ready, bring that knee into the chest again and come into that nice gentle twist. So left foot on the right quad and neutralize. Left shoulder soft, eyes can close. And again, surrender. So lots of opening in the body today. Lots of connections in the body today. And lots of awareness now to really how you begin to move slowly from the middle of the body. And once you find that connection in the middle of the body, is it safe that you can bring bigger motions to the body? With legs extended, or only two limbs, or even one limb on the ground, like a foot or a hand. But it takes that center, it takes that breath, it takes that recognition to take your time so that you can safely move without injury. Good. And then go ahead and untwist, come back to that center fetal position. Once you're satisfied, extending your legs straight up to the ceiling now. Good. So you can stay just like this, or you can place that block between your thighs again if you'd like to activate the inner thighs. Otherwise, you can stay as you are. And just take this, again, other perspective of feet highest towards the sky and head closest to the ground, heart closest to the ground. And just see how this changes things for you. Can you allow yourself to surrender your shoulders? And can you give your body permission to settle your hips with gravity towards the ground? And then welcome in the breath. Good. We're going to stay here for just 2 more breaths. And then I'd like you to bring your hands around your thighs. Yep, and just let the calves fold over the knuckles. So fold your knees down. Good. Take a couple breaths here. And then extend the legs out in front of you and on the ground, Shavasana. Go ahead and welcome any movement you need to, any last stretches, any last things that allow you to settle more comfortably. And then commit to the stillness. Commit to lying completely at rest. Give yourself that permission to rest, to become idle. One breath at a time. And allow yourself to receive any messages or any feedback from the body.
And then rest for those moments in between each breath. See what happens there in those moments of rest, of that pause between your inhale and your exhale, or your exhale and your next inhale. Rest still. Resist less. And then when you're ready, to welcome the movement back into your body, but consciously now. Aware now. In yourself. Go ahead and bring the knees in and roll to the right. With the body nice and close to center, you find your way back up to seated. Rest your hands on your knees or at the heart center. Taking this one final moment now to breathe in. Breathe out with the whole body into a better golf swing, more injury-free golf swing. Namaste. Good job, girls. Let me stop that.